Herrontown Woods, just 2 miles from Princeton's campus, is an excellent place to find some wilderness. For you math majors, a bit of trivia is that this patch of woods was donated by the famous Princeton mathematician Oswald Veblen, and it became Princeton's first dedicated nature preserve. What I especially like about Herrontown Woods is that it goes up just a bit. Check out a topographic map and you'll see that the parking lot at the end of Snowden Lane is about 140 feet above sea level. By the time you get to the top of the loop trail, you're close to 300 feet. That's not a huge elevation gain, but for this part of New Jersey, it's about the best you're going to get. And this little bit of elevation comes with a visual education in local ecology. At the beginning of the trail, at the lowest elevation, the woods look a bit scraggly and one-dimensional. What you're seeing are lots of non-native plant species like Multiflora Rose. However, go up the trail a bit and the woods starts to look much different. You'll see a lot of other kinds of plants and much less Multiflora Rose. Why is this? To start, the difference is rooted in geology. The presence of these big rocks, diabase, which I talked about in a previous video, meant this hill never became farmland. That means the soil here has been undisturbed for probably thousands of years, making it much more suitable for native plants to thrive. Also, the further you get into the heart of the forest and away from the edges, the fewer deer there are to browse and eat the native plants. So just a short way up the trail, you're going to start seeing this shrubbery named spicebush. Basically, the more spicebush you see, the healthier the forest. The healthier the forest, the more interesting kinds of other native plants you'll see, and the more forest birds like wood thrush and ovenbirds, not to mention warblers, tanagers, and grosbeaks. Spicebush, up close, looks like this. Take a leaf in your hand, crumble it up, and smell its sweet, lemony, spicy aroma. This is actually my favorite smell in the entire world, probably because I associate it with being in the woods. If you're very lucky, once or twice in a lifetime, you might find a caterpillar on the underside of a spicebush leaf that looks like this. See, it's a snake mimic meant to scare off things like birds that might eat it. This is the caterpillar of the Spicebush Swallowtail butterfly, which looks like this after it comes out of its cocoon. Plants with 3 leaves have a dubious reputation because of poison ivy, but looking similar, you'll also find wild raspberry, wild blackberry, and wineberry, which isn't native, but is very tasty. Lenape Indians, the land's native inhabitants, would have also foraged medicine from the forest, including bloodroot, used to treat wounds and multiple other ailments. Bloodroot was also used in traditional Lenape face paint. There are a bunch of cool places along the Herrontown Woods Trail. Find some old buildings like this one. Inside this red barn is a secret ping pong table. You're welcome to use it, but bring your own paddles and a ball. You'll find this stand of pine trees with a nice place to sit and a huge boulder field. So enjoy the hike, pay attention to the spicebush, and how the whole scene looks different once you start to gain a little elevation. Hopefully I'll see you out on the trail or in our final video, which is about the Institute Woods.